are new, welcome. And if you're an existing subscriber, how you doing? Welcome back. So today, if you guys haven't guessed, I'm going to be doing this tutorial here. This is, if you're not familiar with cartoons or comic books, this is Two-Faced, aka Harvey Dent from the Batman series in comic books, cartoons, and the movie. This is, of course, the animated version. There's like a burnt version of this that you can do as well, and who knows, I might film it for you guys if I can. If not, then maybe next year. But yeah, so it's a very easy look. I know it looks very hard because of the torn open mouth and whatnot, but as you guys have seen in my previous Halloween tutorials, it's not as hard as it looks. It just gives the illusion that there's like a lot going on, but really it's not. It's just a matter of like drawing and painting and all that fun stuff. So before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please turn on the bell notifications so you guys are notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, so without further ado, let's jump right into this tutorial.
Alright guys, let's get this party started. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a guide on my face as to where I'll be putting the liquid latex. I'm using my NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light. I'm drawing the line from the top center of my lip and connecting it all the way around my cheek down to the bottom center of my lip. I hope that makes sense. Then I go in with my Ben Nye liquid latex and I use the bottom of a makeup brush to apply this along those lines. Next, I'm going to take some tissue. If it's 2-ply tissue, take one layer off. You want this to be as thin as possible to make it look as realistic as possible. And I'm just going to apply this along the lines of that liquid latex and around the edges. Use smaller pieces, of course, and just rip off any excess that you may have that's not touching the latex, so that way it's not all over the place. And then just apply the latex over this tissue. I did this about 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 layers, and then I just used a blow dryer to speed up the drying process because I didn't feel like waiting all day long for this to dry. Then I'm going in with my NYX Cosmetics SFX cream in the color blue, and I'm just applying this down the center of my face with a small little detail makeup brush to kind of have a guide as to where that blue is going to end. I went a little bit crazy with the latex, and so it kind of overlapped onto the other side of my face. Don't worry about that. We're going to cut that off in a little bit. Just go all the way down your neck too, because you don't want the face paint to stop at your face. You want it to stop all the way down to your neck so it looks more real. Like I said, just go ahead and cut off that excess area. Try not to pull off too much of the latex because then it'll come off your face. Then fill in the rest of the face with that blue face paint. Don't forget your ears. Even if you're going to have your hair down, there are times that your ear is going to show. You just want this to look as realistic as possible, so don't forget your ears. I'm leaving about 1/2 inch of that liquid latex area. If you pay attention, I didn't color that part, and that's because this next step, we're going to take white and red face paint by NYX Cosmetics as well. Mix them together to get a kind of flesh tone pink, kind of like the color of lips almost. I mean, my lips aren't this color, but they're pretty damn close. So just apply this to that area that we left blank. Then go ahead and pull off the latex very gently. Luckily, I had nails to help me get under there. But if you don't, you could use a sharp but dull object to just kind of tear off the edges. Not all the way though. You just want to pull it off a little. And I'm just stretching out the latex to make it look more realistic because it was a little too stiff for my liking. Now I'm going in with my Ben Nye color wheel in the color Bruise and Abrasions, I think it's called. I'm just going to apply this to the inside of my mouth. It's that dark burgundy color. You want this to look like the inside of a mouth, obviously, duh. So don't miss any spots, and you know, it's kind of giving it the illusion that that part of the mouth is open. Then I'm going in with that white cream color again, and I'm drawing on teeth. I'm using a small detailed brush to do this. Doesn't have to be a specific kind of brush, just as long as it's a small flat brush, that should work. And I'm just kind of creating the illusion of some fake teeth over here, and then I go in with a second coat to make them a little brighter. Then I go in with a small eyeliner brush And I'm applying that dark burgundy color into the cracks and crevices of the teeth so the teeth are more defined. And then I go in with the color black and I'm drawing little wrinkle lines to kind of show the illusion that the face is kind of stretched out and ripped. I kind of messed up a little bit on this part. It doesn't look as great as I wanted it to, but whatever. This was just supposed to be like a quick tutorial for you guys. I wasn't really going anywhere. Then I'm going to draw on some eyebrows. The Too Faced character has some really thick angled eyebrows and I'm kind of jealous. And then I'm drawing these little stray hairs here to make it look a little more real. A little cluster of them right in the front and a little cluster right on the arch of the eyebrow. Again, just to make it look like hair strokes. And then I draw a little bit more wrinkles around the edges of the eyebrow because, you know, he's all wrinkled up and whatnot. And using the same brush and black cream color, I'm drawing these little lumps on the face to show some imperfections because his face had a lot of problems. So that's what I'm drawing here. Now over here, I'm drawing kind of like a little half heart right on my nostril to kind of make the nostril look flared out and weird and angry. So I'm going to draw the little flares on my nose to make it look like my nostrils are flaring and a little line on the edge of it to kind of give the illusion of a more narrow but sharp nose, if that makes sense. Then I'm going in with my Jeffree Star Androgyny palette because this is the perfect blue for this look. And I'm going in with that dark blue shade and I'm just putting it around the eye area to help prevent a lot of creasing. This is going to crease regardless because of this cream color. It just creases a lot on the eye area, but whatever. And then I'm drawing on the edges of the nose. I'm contouring it a little bit to kind of give the illusion again of a slimmer nose. Then going in with my Inglot number 6 pencil, I'm just lining my waterline with this to give the illusion of a bigger eye. And I'm dragging that white eyeliner down a little, again, to make my eye look a lot bigger. And I'm using that black cream color to draw some little wrinkles under the eye. Next, I'm going to go in with that same blue eyeshadow and kind of shade in my temples and the hollows of my cheek to give a more chiseled look and make it look more defined with some dimension in the face. And now for the pretty part. I'm going with my Makeupforever HD foundation. I don't remember what color this is. Oh, here it is. It's Y355. And I'm just using a beauty blender to apply this to the edges of my face. I use a foundation brush so I don't get it all over the blue and so I don't miss any spots along the edges of that blue. And then, you know, just blend it out with the beauty blender or a foundation brush, whatever you want to use. It's totally fine. Blend it down all the way to your neck. Then I'm going in with my, my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. Just applying this to my laugh lines and under my eyes. I'm also using this as an eyeshadow primer. So I just drag whatever's left on my sponge onto my eyelid. Then going in with my Kat Von D translucent setting powder, I'm gonna go ahead and set under my eyes and then use the same powder to kind of dust it around my face. Oh, and I guess this wasn't the beauty blender that I was using. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Beauty Sponge. So just dust that translucent powder all around your face to kind of have your makeup set in place. Then I'm just filling in my eyebrows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duo in Ebony, I believe it is. And I'm just quickly filling in my brows. It's not that serious. Then I go in with my Makeupgeek Cosmetics eyeshadow palette in the nude, I think it's called. And I'm using that warm taupey shade. I'm just applying this to my crease. And then I go in with this little brown shade, light brown shade. And I'm just applying this to define it a little more in the crease area. And this pink shimmery champagne shade on my lids to give it a little bit of glam, but not too much, you know. Now going in with my Inglot number 6 eyeliner. I'm just applying this to my waterline to brighten up my eyes. Going back in with that warm brown shade and applying it to my lower lash line to give some definition to my eyes. And using my Tarte Cosmetics Sex Kitten eyeliner, I'm winging my liner. Of course, I wasn't in view right over here. I didn't realize the palette was blocking you guys' view, but here it is, just doing a cat eyeliner like I normally do. And just dragging this all the way out using my Huda Beauty Farrah lashes. Those are the ones that I love. And to warm up my face, I'm going with my Smashbox Cosmetics Warm Matte Bronzer. Just applying this to the hollows of my cheeks, my temples, and dragging it all the way down my neck to at least give my face some kind of dimension. And this is, I think, the first time I'm using this palette on camera. This is the Aurora palette Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just applying those first two shades on the high points of my cheeks and as well as my temples or forehead. And going with my Modern Mandarin Blush by MAC Cosmetics, applying that to my cheeks. And one of my one of my favorite red liquid lipsticks, Immortal by Gerard Cosmetics, and I have a coupon code. It's ALAHA to save 30%. Then I'm just teasing my hair on the ugly side. Tease it as much as you want. I use the teasing powder. That's what I was sprinkling on my head. And just keep teasing until you get the desired look. And then just using a white hairspray that actually worked this time, unlike my Joker tutorial, just spray down the ugly side. And that's it.
So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying until the very end. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also, please don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. All of that is at MakeupByAlaha. Really, really easy to find me. It's all the same. And please turn on the bell notifications so you're notified every time I upload a new video. As always, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next Halloween tutorial.